No conspiracy will succeed if people remain united like November 7th and August 5th, says Jamaat-e-Islami Amir Dr. Shafiqur Rahman. Newly elected U.S. President Donald Trump pledged to implement his election promises as Kamala Harris conceded the election, vowing to continue her political struggle. And West Indies win the Barbados series 2-1, beating England by 8 wickets. Assalamu alaikum. I'm Tuli Komolika Das, welcoming you all to News at 10. You have just heard the highlights. Moving on to the details. The Council of Advisors has approved in principle the draft of the Cyber Security Act Repeal Ordinance 2024. The approval was given at a meeting of the Advisory Council held at the Chief Advisor's office today. Chief Advisor Professor Muhammad Yunus presided over the meeting. Members of the Advisory Council were present at the meeting. Instructions were given during the meeting to the Information and Communication Technology Division to place the ordinance again after vetting by the Legislative and Parliamentary Affairs Division for final approval. The meeting also approved the draft of an agreement on visa exemption for diplomatic passport holders between Bangladesh and Uzbekistan and diplomatic and official passport holders between Bangladesh and Ethiopia. A progress report on the implementation of the decisions of the Advisory Council meeting of the interim government for the August-October period was placed in the meeting. The meeting was informed that 65 decisions were taken during the August-October period. Of these, 39 decisions have been implemented. Besides, the Advisory Council meeting decided to prepare a documentation to determine the amount of money wasted in the name of Mujib Year. The meeting decided to form a task force to prepare a new list of essential drugs medicines. The Chief Advisor's Press Secretary Shafiqul Alam briefed reporters about the meeting of the Advisory Council at the Foreign Service Academy in the evening. He said the Cyber Security Act has been repealed. A new law will be enacted soon to ensure cyber security.
গত বছর পতিত স্বৈরাচার ডিজিটাল সিকিউরিটি অ্যাক্টকে নতুন একটা বোতলে এনে নাম দিয়েছিলেন সাইবার সিকিউরিটি অ্যাক্ট, কিন্তু উদ্দেশ্যটা একই ছিল। উদ্দেশ্য ছিল মানুষের কণ্ঠরোধ করা, ডিসিডেন্ট ভয়েসগুলোকে দমানো, এটাই উদ্দেশ্য ছিল। এই যে ডিজিটাল সিকিউরিটি অ্যাক্টের মাধ্যমে কত মানুষকে হ্যারেস করা হয়েছে এবং কত লোককে, এবং এদের মধ্যে অনেক বিশাল অংশ ছিলেন মাইনরিটি, তাদেরকে জেল দেওয়া হয়েছে, হ্যারেস করা হচ্ছে কেস দিয়ে। আজকের ক্যাবিনেটের নীতিগতভাবে ডিসিশন হয়েছে যে এটাকে রিপিল করা হবে। বাংলাদেশে অলমোস্ট সবাই সাইবার স্পেসে ব্যবহার করে, তো সেক্ষেত্রে মহিলাদের সেফটি, ওমেনদের সেফটি এবং আমাদের যারা ফিনান্সিয়াল টেকনোলজি আমরা যারা ব্যবহার করছি, অনেকে ক্রেডিট কার্ড ব্যবহার করেন, অনেকে মোবাইল ফিনান্সিয়াল সিস্টেম ব্যবহার করেন, তো ওরা যেই টেকনোলজিগুলো যেগুলোর মাধ্যমে সাইবার সিকিউরিটি যেগুলো সমস্যা তৈরি হয় বা হ্যাকিংয়ের যেগুলো কাজ হয়, ব্যাংকগুলোর সিকিউরিটি, তো এগুলো নিয়ে খুব দ্রুত একটা ল করা হবে। বাট এটা আগের লটার মতন এটা মূল ফোকাস থাকবে যে আমাদের যারা ভালনারেবল যারা জনগোষ্ঠী বা আমাদের যে ফিনান্সিয়াল ইনফ্রাস্ট্রাকচার, সেটাকে যাতে আমরা প্রোটেক্ট করতে পারি। এসেনশিয়াল ড্রাগ একটা খুবই ইম্পর্টেন্ট একটা ইস্যু অল ওভার দ্য ওয়ার্ল্ড। তো সেই আলোকে যে একটা ডিসিশন আছে যে এটা নিয়ে এসেনশিয়াল ড্রাগের নতুন লিস্ট কিভাবে আরও বড় একটা লিস্ট করা যায়, এবং এই লিস্টের মাধ্যমে কিভাবে আমাদের দরিদ্র জনগণ বা বাংলাদেশের মানুষ যারা এই হাই ড্রাগ প্রাইসের কারণে, হাই মেডিসিন প্রাইসের কারণে যারা অনেকে ক্ষতিগ্রস্ত হচ্ছেন, তাদেরকে কিভাবে প্রোটেকশন দেওয়া যায়। তো সেই চিন্তার আলোকে একটা বড় টাস্ক ফোর্স হবে, এরকম একটা ডিসিশন হয়েছে। মুজিব বর্ষকে ঘিরে কি ধরনের একটা স্টেট স্পন্সর্ড উন্মাদনা হয়েছে। আমরা যেখানে IMF এর কাছে হাত পাচ্ছি আমাদেরকে বেল আউট করার জন্য $4.5 বিলিয়ন বা $4.7 বিলিয়ন চাচ্ছি, সেখানে দেখা যাচ্ছে যে মুজিব বর্ষের নামে আমরা হাজার হাজার কোটি টাকা নষ্ট করছি, কিছু মুরাল বানিয়ে, কিছু স্ট্যাচু বানিয়ে। তো সেইটা মুজিব বর্ষে আসলে কি ধরনের কাজ হয়েছে এবং কতটা টাকা অপচয় হয়েছে সেটা ডকুমেন্টেশন করার কথা ক্যাবিনেটে এসছে, এবং এটা নিয়ে কাজ হবে যে কিভাবে এই কোথায় কোন কোন মন্ত্রণালয় কত কত টাকা খরচ করেছেন সেইগুলোর একটা লিস্ট করা হবে এবং এটা দেখা হবে যে আসলে কি কি খাতে টাকাগুলো গিয়েছে।
Chief Advisor Professor Mohammad Yunus has called for establishing an environment of confidence so that people of the country do not go to the world, rather the world comes to Bangladesh. He made the call at a function celebrating 100 years of the Bose-Einstein statistics theory in Dhaka today. Dhaka University's Department of Physics and Bose Center for Advanced Study and Research in Natural Sciences jointly organized it. The chief advisor said Satyendranath Bose is a part of the history of science due to the Bose-Einstein statistics theory. He said that students and teachers of Dhaka University's physics department are enthralled because of Bose.
We should have been celebrating Satyen Bose nationally, not just by department or university. This is a legacy of our knowledge, how we pursue knowledge, so that we inspire our young people. This is a national event, not a local event, not a departmental or university-wide event. This is a celebration of pursuit of knowledge and defining the frontier of knowledge. Satyen Bose was here in Dhaka, in this tiny, sleepy little town. But he is challenging the whole world. He's writing to the top man of the physics. So I hope Satyen Bose will remain alive in us, not for a day, for every day.
Dr. Yunus said students and teachers have got back the freedom of thinking on account of the revolution of the students and masses.
বোস-আইনস্টাইন তত্ত্বের শতবার্ষিকীতে এই কথা আমরা জোর দিয়ে বলতে চাই। আজ বিপ্লবের মাধ্যমে ছাত্র শিক্ষক সমাজ তাদের চিন্তার স্বাধীনতা, মুক্তবুদ্ধির চর্চাকে আবার ফিরে পেয়েছে। এর সঙ্গে এখন বিশ্ববিজ্ঞানে অবদান রাখার সক্ষমতাকেও যোগ করতে হবে। বিপ্লবের ফসল আমাদের অন্তর্বর্তী সরকার এর জন্য প্রয়োজনীয় সব সংস্কার করতে, এর উপযুক্ত পরিবেশ সৃষ্টির সকল প্রয়াস নিতে প্রস্তুত আছে। এই কাজে নিবেদিত সবার কাছ থেকে চাহিদা ও পরামর্শ চাই। নিজের আস্থা থাকলে এটি আমরা করতে পারবো, কেন পারবো না? যেমন আস্থা বসুর ছিল বলেই তিনি সম্পূর্ণ অপরিচিত হয়েও আইনস্টাইনকে চিঠি লিখতে পেরেছিলেন। সব সময় আমাদেরকে যেন বিশ্বের কাছে যেতে না হয়, বিশ্ব যেন আমাদের কাছে আসে। আমাদের তরুণদের মনে বিশ্বাস সৃষ্টি করতে হবে, বিশ্বাস সৃষ্টি করতে হবে যে তারাই বিশ্ব।
The chief advisor sought suggestions from all for reforming the state to ensure positive outcomes of the revolution of the students and masses. It was also addressed by Education Advisor Professor Wahiduddin Mahmood, student of Satyendranath Bose, Professor Partho Ghosh, Dhaka University's Vice Chancellor Professor Niaz Ahmed Khan, Chairman of Physics Department of Dhaka University Professor Shupriyo Shaha, and Professor Muhammad Kamrul Hassan. Today is historic 7th November. On this day in 1975, army and mass people took to the street against the evil forces and to foil all conspiracy. Through their united revolt, army and people of the country freed the then Major General and the great proclaimer of independence Ziaur Rahman from prison in the cantonment. Under the leadership of Major General Ziaur Rahman, Bangladesh started her journey to build a new nation. There was a suffocating situation in the country from 3rd to 6th November in 1975. On 3rd November, an ambitious group of army under the leadership of Brigadier Khalid Musharraf held Major General Ziaur Rahman at this cantonment house. The incident created vigorous protest among the army personnel and mass people. At all tier of army, especially among the soldiers, Ziaur Rahman was very much popular, so that they took step to free Ziaur Rahman through countermeasures. According to their decision, they untightly took part in revolt, which is famous Biplob or Shanghati Dibosh in the history. After the revolution, in a crisis moment on 7th November, Ziaur Rahman took responsibility of the country on request of the army and mass people. BNP and its associate organizations paid tributes at the grave of martyr President Ziaur Rahman today, marking the Revolution and Solidarity Day. After paying tributes, BNP Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir said the fascist Awami League always tried to destroy the BNP. The Sheikh Hasina-led government tried to introduce a one-party regime by killing and enforced disappearances, but the uprising of the students and masses defeated the fascism in 2024, he added. Senior leaders of the party were present on the occasion. Jamaat-e-Islami Amir Dr. Shafiqur Rahman has said no conspiracy would be successful if the people remain united like 7th November and 5th of August. He stated this at a discussion meeting organized by Jamaat-e-Islam marking the Revolution and Solidarity Day at Al-Falah Auditorium in the capital today. Conspiracy will surface if the political parties and people remain divided, he added. Bangladesh Bank Governor Dr. Ehsan H. Mansoor has said in the past the previous government used to show inflation figure low. However, after the July revolution, the real fact of the price inflation are being disclosed. He stated this to newsmen after a meeting on price inflation at the Secretariat today. Senior officials of the ministry, including Finance and Commerce Advisor Dr. Salahuddin Ahmed, were present on the occasion. The governor informed that country's inflation rose during post-flood period in August-September. In October, the overall price inflation again crossed 10%, he added. He further said that more time would be needed to reduce price inflation by bringing down commodity prices. It would not be possible to bring down the rising price inflation which continued for years together, the advisor added. He mentioned that the government is taking necessary measures to reduce inflation. Shipping advisor M. Shakat Hussain said the shipbuilding industry has made remarkable development under private initiatives in the country. The government will continue its cooperation to expand the industry, he added. The advisor made the comments while addressing the inaugural program of a 3-day exhibition on shipbuilding in the capital today. The function was also addressed by Chief of Naval Staff Rear Admiral Kandahar Akhtar Hussain, Danish Ambassador Christian Brix Muller, Mission Chief of the Embassy of the Kingdom of Netherlands Henry Carstens, Head of the Political Trade and Communication Department of the Embassy of Sweden Lovisa Hoffman, and Director General of the Department of Shipping Commodore Maksud Alam. Later, the shipping advisor visited various stalls in the exhibition. Forest, Environment and Climate Change and Water Resources Advisor Saida Rizwana Hassan said blue networking is being established to protect the canals by enlisting all the canals of Dhaka. She made the comment while addressing a seminar titled Environment, Climate and Politics in New Bangladesh, organized by National Citizens Committee in the capital's Pani Bhavan today. Social workers from different organizations of the new generation expressed their opinions on environment development in the program. Replying to a query of journalists, Saida Rizwana Hassan said all Haor lakes and rivers across the country are being enlisted and required measures will be taken to protect all the water bodies. The rickshaw, which carried the body of Ghulam Nafis, a martyr in the anti-discrimination movement, will be kept as a memorial at the July Uprising Memorial Museum in Ganobhabon. Post's Telecommunications and Information Technology and Information and Broadcasting Advisor Muhammad Nahid Islam said this while the rickshaw was handed over to the museum at the Ganobhabon today. Speaking on the occasion, the advisor expressed his gratitude to the rickshaw puller Nur Muhammad for his bravery and assured him of giving financial assistance. Bangla newspaper The Daily Prothom Alo on November 5th published a report with headline Nuru has sold the rickshaw where the frozen body of Nafis was lying. As the report came to his notice, the information advisor instructed the officials of his office to immediately find the rickshaw and the rickshaw puller. When the rickshaw puller Nur Muhammad alias Nuru was contacted, he said that he sold the rickshaw to Ahsanul Kabir Siddiqui Kaisar, an expatriate living in London at 35,000 taka. Later, when Ahsanul Kabir Siddiqui was contacted, he expressed his desire to hand over the rickshaw to the July Uprising Memorial Museum. Accordingly, the rickshaw was handed over to Mahfuz Alam, Special Assistant to the Chief Advisor and Joint Convener of the July Uprising Memorial Museum today. Ghulam Nafiz, a student of Bonani Vidyaniketan School and College, was shot dead under the foot of a bridge of Farmgate on August 4th at around 4:30 p.m. during the anti-discrimination student movement. Many of the people hurt during the anti-discrimination student movement have yet to resume their normal life. Many of the critically injured are receiving treatment at different government hospitals. Currently, 13 injured students are undergoing treatment at the Burn and Plastic Surgery Department of Dhaka Medical College Hospital. Since July, the wounded who were shot have been receiving treatment in this hospital for 3 months. Physicians said it will take a long time for the injured to return to normal life. They said process is underway to send some critically injured to abroad. Chief of the monitoring team to oversee the injured said they have already talked with Singapore General Hospital Authority for better treatment of the injured. After receiving treatment, all injured persons hope to reunite with their loved ones and resume their regular lives. Former Inspector General of Police IGP Chaudhry Abdullah Al Mamun gave his statement over a genocide case in the International Crimes Tribunal. Prosecutors of the tribunal confirmed the matter. Chaudhry Abdullah Al Mamun was produced before the tribunal amid tight security. He gave the statement over a genocide case before the judge under the direction of the tribunal. Chaudhry Abdullah Al Mamun was arrested from Uttara on September 3rd. More than a dozen of cases have been filed against him. The court remanded him repeatedly. A court today placed Awami League Advisory Council member Amir Hossain Amu on a 6-day remand in trader Abdul Wadud murder case. Abdul Wadud was killed in the city's New Market area on July 19th during the recent anti-discrimination student movement. Dhaka Metropolitan Magistrate Shaheen Reza passed the order as police produced former Minister Amu before the court and prayed for 10-day remand. Detectives arrested Amu from the city's West Dhanmondi area on November 6th. Wadud's relative Abdur Rahman filed the case on August 21st against 130 people, including ousted Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, Obaidul Qadir, Anisul Haq, Asaduzzaman Khan Kamal, Salman F. Rahman and Amir Hossain Amu. Now moving on to the international news.